Bienvenue dans un nouveau vlog, or in other words, welcome to another vlog, and this time we're in beautiful Paris. Paris has been a dream of mine to visit for a long time, and as I got older, that dream became bigger and bigger due to art, literature, language, food, and altogether Parisian culture. I hope you will enjoy the video as much as I enjoyed seeing the Eiffel Tower for the first time. Our first destination was Le Jardin de Luxembourg. Bonjour. How do you like Le Jardin au Luxembourg?
How do I like what?
The gardens of Luxembourg.
It's great. It's great.
On 1 to 10, how much do you want to sleep?
I don't know. Like a 9?
First impressions.
I've been here before.
So it's my first impressions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fill me.
So, first impressions.
Très beau. The architecture is the people, the little grandma who smiled at us and went bonjour. So cute. It's so nice, so pretty. The weather, parfait.
Rate the garden.
Like an 8.
Left eye is closed because
I could not get over the beautiful orange and yellow trees, and we couldn't have asked for better weather in September. I felt so inspired to be in a place filled with books and writing, from visiting multiple bookstores to cafes known to accommodate famous writers. To immerse myself even further, I was reading A Movable Feast by Ernest Hemingway to imagine what life used to be like in the 1920s. Paris, like several other cities, has transformed and lived many different lives, and yet the essence has remained, which makes it that extra special.
Are you happy to be in Paris?
The Eiffel Tower speaks for herself. She's beautiful, she's strong, she sparkles at night like the stars, and lastly, she brings people closer. Thus, she deserved every bit of excitement I gave her at each glance. The second notable destination was, of course, the Louvre. On first impressions, the square is a lot smaller than the media portrays it to be. However, the interior and the art are impeccable. The queue for the Mona Lisa, as you can see, was insane. If I remember correctly, we stood for at least 30 minutes. Girl needs to be moved to a different hall, ASAP. In this clip, you will start to see the tiredness seeping through, because this museum is extremely large and holds so much art that it's impossible to not get art fatigue. We were in awe of the painting, Liberty Leading the People, and we believe it deserves a lot more attention than people were giving it. It's also important to mention that it has recently been restored and the colors are incredible. Overall, 5 out of 5.
Goddess of Hunt. She's known as Diana. I think that's how they call her.
You're supposed to say who that is.
This is Aphrodite of Milos, but she's not as beautiful as any other.
Aww.
I would say Moulin Rouge is underwhelming, but the arrondissement behind the venue is very cute, and I enjoyed the atmosphere at Sacré-Cœur as a space for the community and tourists to gather and listen to live music whilst enjoying the view. So wholesome.
It's actually good.
Fun fact, did you know that it is illegal to publish the light show for commercial use, and it is protected by the Society of Exploitation of the Eiffel Tower until 2094? I'm gonna say this again, 2094. Our last day started with croissants, followed by the trip to le Musée de Lingerie. Seeing Monet's water lilies has been on my bucket list ever since I saw Wisteria at Kunstmuseum in The Hague. Unfortunately, I left with a different experience due to the lack of regulations. The murals are located in such a way that you can sit down and be surrounded by the water lilies at about 360 degrees. One rule is that you have to be quiet and treat the art as a meditative space. But of course, tourists don't respect the rules fully. And it was not only the noise that prevented me from being immersed, but the fact that it was crowded. I didn't understand why they couldn't put a limit onto how many people can be in the room at the same time. On the one hand, this meant that I couldn't connect to his art, and on the other hand, it made me want to visit his house, where he painted them, to instead try to see the views that inspired him. my surprise, I left the gallery fulfilled as I found a favorite. The painter's niece seated by André Derain because of how he captured her facial expression and the feelings she holds inside.
I've never seen this before. When art dealers, like we see actually his curation within his own home. It's really cool. I really like this.
As we were approaching our last few hours in Paris, I managed to try the famous duck confit at a very affordable, delicious restaurant called Chez Glaudine, which combines French and Spanish food similar to Basque cuisine. Highly recommend. Lastly, I would like to give a notable mention to Au Petit Grec as the best crepes in Paris, both sweet and savory at a great price. One tip is to come in the morning to avoid long queues.
Look at this, 21,000, 21.
Merci Paris for the most precious weekend that I will treasure. Until next time. Bisous!
Come closer.
It's never happened to me before. I've never been put by a bird.
No,
And
it's the first time for everything.
well, apparently it's lucky.
Yeah, lucky you that I've been to you. Sounds amazing. Wish I had your leg.